Just a few from me. Obviously, last time out, you suffered your first pro loss. What have you learned from that since?
There's loads of things that you can learn from a loss. Most importantly, to stay positive. It's not the end of the career. There's a long way still to go. I'm only 27 years old, and I've still got world title ambitions.
How hard is it to stay positive? So, how long after the loss did it take for you to get that positive mindset back?
Maybe a week, but I was helped by my religion. Really, I am a man of faith, a Muslim, and I believe that whatever happens happens for a reason, and that really made me help me get through it in many ways. And yeah, it's put me in a position that I'm in now. And a lot of people maybe after the first loss wouldn't be able to fight again so early, but I'm like I said, I'm a strong-minded man, and yeah, my faith got me through it massively, and that's what gets me through it and puts me in a position like this.
That feeling and emotion when it was announced that Mark Leach had beaten you, does that give you added motivation to never have that feeling again?
Definitely, without doubt, because no one wants to lose. That's the be all and end all. Not be all and end all, but it's the first mindset of a fighter. You never want to lose. But yeah, it was a tough day in general. Really, there was loads of things in the background that went wrong. But we don't like to make excuses. I genuinely believe whatever happens happens for a reason, and God's plan is the best of plans, and like that's what I've got to keep trusting.
You mentioned there a fighter's mindset. Obviously, an undefeated fighter, sometimes they can feel indestructible. You've now suffered that loss. You don't have that O to protect as such. Has your mindset changed going into this fight to previous fights?
Slightly. For me, a fighter needs to feel that strong sense of indestructibility in a fight, and having that confidence to go in and think, you know what, I'm the best. No one's going to beat me, and anyone they put in front of me, I've got two arms and two legs. And that's what puts you put me in a position where I got so far in the amateurs, and I boxed for Great Britain, the Olympics, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, the mindset's changed slightly, but like I say, for me, it wasn't so much that I was beat by a better guy. It was just an off night, in my opinion. And yeah, for that reason, like I said, mindset's not changed a huge amount. We just go out there, brush ourselves off, and go again, and hopefully in a few fights or a couple of fights, get a rematch and right the wrong. Or if not, if you can't get a rematch, then let my success do the talking.
Obviously, fighting Ashley Lane on Saturday night, an experienced fighter, former champion, so he's been there, done the championship rounds. What are you expecting from him?
So Ash Lane's actually very tough. So not judging him by the start of his career, because the start of his career was very rocky. But his last 8 fights, he's only lost 1. So that shows what sort of not pedigree, but it just shows what sort of mindset will be going into this fight, because he won't want to lose. His last 8 fights, like I said, he's lost 1, and that was only for a British title. And before that, he's been Commonwealth champion at my weight as well. So Ashley Lane's not somebody you can take lightly. But at the same time, I want to go out there and kind of not prove, but not prove to everyone else, sorry, but prove to myself that last fight, it was literally just a bad night, an off night, and I'm so much better. And with proving it to myself, I believe I'll prove it to the rest of the world as well.
Does that give you any pressure by you trying to prove that to yourself?
Pressure makes diamonds, pressure is something as a fighter that you get used to, because there's always different sort of pressures, but pressure is something you learn to handle and learn to control in many ways. And if you can't control that pressure, then you're not going to get nowhere.
Absolutely. Qais, top man. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Qais. If we go to Andy Purewell next, please.
No problem.
Qais, how you doing?
Not bad, how are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Obviously, just talking there about your defeat last time out. Coming back so quickly, how have you kind of managed to get the mindset of I need to get back in there as soon as possible? And how have you felt kind of a change in your own approach throughout this last camp? Have you seen any differences?
So in terms of a short period of time, I'm one of them people that I was. I want to finish the year on a good note. First of all, it's been a tough year for everyone, but I want to finish the year on a good note, and I don't want to hang around and think about a loss too much. I want to go out there and prove myself again, and that's what I want to go out and do. And God willing, I do that Saturday night.
Coming back and boxing on one of the UK's, if not the UK's biggest fighter, certainly one of them in Anthony Joshua's card on Saturday, that brings in itself a lot of pressure, and it's a huge opportunity for yourself to kind of prove to everybody it was just a blip last time out. Have you thought, or have you maybe looked at it and felt maybe you are a little lucky or a tad lucky considering just how many fighters out there struggling to get on cards? And given the fact that you was unsuccessful last time out, to be able to get back onto a show of this magnitude, do you feel lucky at all, or do you feel you deserve it?
I just feel blessed, man. Listen, it's a tough thing. First of all, to come out after 6 weeks, your first loss, and come out and fight anyway. On top of that, on AJ card, on a huge, the biggest, if not one of the biggest cards of the year. Yeah, there's added pressure to it, but like I was saying before, pressure makes diamonds. If you can't control that pressure and work around that pressure, then you don't deserve to be in the first place. But yeah, like I say, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be on the show. I'm blessed to have an amazing team in 258 management. Blessed to be on the team in Matchroom. And I'm just generally blessed, and that's all I see it as. And that's like I was saying before, I'm a very religious person anyway. And that's the way how I now feel in terms of this fight. Yeah, last fight, maybe it was a lesson. Maybe down the line, I've learned something in that fight that will keep me in good stead. But like I say, I'm just blessed. Literally simple as that.
Before your last fight, you was looking at the British title fight. You wanted to fight Brad Foster. He was the name you wanted. Ashley Lane, obviously a past opponent of his recently, only about a year or so ago when they fought. Brad stopped him in the 12th. Do you feel like you want to kind of not just prove again to everybody it was a blip, but to make a statement by defeating Ashley Lane in a quicker fashion than what Brad did, just to show that you still belong in and around British level?
I don't really look too much into that personally because fighters are different, different styles, different fights. But I can tell you one thing. I think I'd still beat Brad Foster now. I'm looking forward to, like I say, prove myself again in many ways and getting back to the top and taking them titles and moving on from there, because I don't believe I'm British level. I believe I will be world level, and it just takes a matter of time before I get there.
Okay, so I'll leave that there. Final one from me. So best of luck on Saturday, and I'll speak to you soon, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.